What's up, YouTube? Today I'm going to be putting a name set on this Chelsea 2015-2016 home jersey. This is the authentic adizero. I bought this on eBay. I think it was like $35, $36. It's an amazing deal. It's beautiful condition. All right, so funny story about this. I was going to make this video maybe like an hour ago. I was going to use a different jersey because I was in a rush and I was waiting for my kids to get home because I knew once they get home it was going to be hard for me to make a video with all the screaming and yelling and them fighting around. So I was in a hurry and I had my name sets here. And anyway, today I got this one, came in the mail. I got this Juventus Ronaldo that I just did with the Champions League patches. And then I had this. This is the one that I was going to do. This is the 2013, 2014. It's an amazing condition for the age. Look at the Samsung. It's perfect. Usually these are cracked and stuff. But look what I did. I put number 10 in the back instead of number 17. I cannot believe I fucking did this. This is the first time I made a mistake like this. But what are you going to do? Now, once this thing's on here, you can't take it off. But yeah, that's like my major fuck up I ever had. I've been doing this for like 2 years now. But yeah, major mistake. And like I said, I had them here. I had 2 10s and a 17 that I had ready. And and the worst part was once I was finished with this, I was like, you know what, let me watch this back while I went to pick up my other son. I was watching it the whole time. It was like a 10-minute video and I still didn't realize I was steaming it, trying to get it all nice and steam to get all the wrinkles out, and that's when I noticed it. So yeah, it happens to all of us. Anyway, some of the jerseys I got lately, a lot of Ronaldo. I just did this one last week. I got the new Mbappe 23-24 away. I got this one on Poshmark for $20. It's an amazing deal. I got these Ronaldos. Yesterday I did all of these. I did the 2020 home away. And then I did this one last week. PSG, Zlatan, Ronaldo, Portugal, Mbappe, France, Heung-min Son, Vlahovic. I got a lot of Messi's, Neymar here, a lot of Messi's. Benzema, long sleeve, Benzema, short sleeve, a lot of Ronaldos. So Ronaldo, Benzema, these have been great sellers for me, the Manchester United. I was getting these from Burlington for like $17. Amazing deals. A lot of Ronaldo, like I said. Benzema again, Ronaldo, Benzema, Luka Modric again, Ronaldo again, Ronaldo, Messi. I got 3 of these coming in the mail. This is the Jai-Fit ADV, the authentic, the 165 one. Let me get the tag over. I bought it from the same guy on Depop. I got these for $25 each. Great deal. This is my 5th one I got from him. I don't know where he got them from, but I got one of these from Burlington Coat Factory last summer, but there was only like 1 or 2 where I live. This is going to be a Neymar, the PSG. This one's brand new with tags as well. It's a small. Chucky Lozano. More Hazard. Hazard's been a great seller for me. I've been selling a lot of his. Josie Altidore. What else? This is Nemanja Matic, Mbappe, USA, Mbappe again, Neymar, Messi, Marquinhos, Mbappe. This is MLS, De Bruyne, Belgium. This is brand new as well. Mbappe, Pulisic, Messi. This is the Jordan one, amazing. Anyway, so let's talk about this one. So this one we're going to be putting the name set. Correct number 10. So I'm using my Galaxy Z Fold, which is kind of a big phone, so it's kind of hard to maneuver it. So I'm gonna have to use this little tripod that I have set up here. And I apologize for the noise in the back. That's my furnace going on. It's kind of cold here, but anyway. All right. So you don't have to have this. This is the cutting mat. A lot of seamstresses use that, and people that do like a lot of cutting and stuff with this because you can cut on this. But this is amazing. It definitely helped me out, and so I'll show you how I use this. I got this on Amazon for like $8. So basically, what I do is I've got a bunch of name sets here, but for example, let's say this one, just for example, Sergio Ramos, I would measure this from here to here, do a midpoint, whatever half of that is. I'll put it right here on this center line, and then basically I'll just measure the number. So basically that's what I did here. This one actually was, this one that I did here, this one was actually like this. It was the half a circle one. It was like this. So I had to cut these individually, and I put them on here, and then I found the midpoint, which is right here, as you can see. So basically what I did is, let me try to fix my camera. So basically what I did was, I put this in the middle here, and then just make sure that's straight, and then I will put the numbers underneath, make sure that's straight. That definitely helped out, because before I used to do it just by like eyeballing it, and sometimes, you know, if I'm going fast, and I would make a mistake. So here's another maybe better example with the with this Ronaldo one. So this is what I'm talking about. So this Ronaldo measured it. I placed it to make sure this is all straight here on this line, and I put this. The red is the midpoint, and then basically I just measure the number underneath. So now this looks perfect. So this definitely helped me out, and this was like under $10 from Amazon. I think it was like $8.90 something. So definitely worth the money. All right, so let's place the number 10 on here. So this is what I did. Eden Hazard, number 10, Chelsea, 2015-2016. This is what the back looks like. It's like rubbery. Here's my press. It's a V-War press. I'm gonna set it at 150 Celsius. I'm not sure how many degrees that is, and I'm gonna do 17 seconds. Okay, so that's going. I was using it for something else, but yeah, I just did this. Ronaldo here looks perfect, came out perfect. I did the patches, the Champions League patches. This one's brand new. This one I got on Poshmark for like 35, I think. Still has tags. All right, so let me set up this, and then we'll put up this jersey here. All right, so jersey is laid. I lay it like this. Try to make it straight as possible. I'm using my table here. You can't tell, you can't see, but I'm using my table as my like. Just make sure it's straight. So here's my name set. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay the name set here, and I forgot to mention it before. When I use that the mat here, I usually make the distance to be about 3 of these squares. So if my name is here, I'm gonna make 1, 2, 3 squares as the distance between the name and the number. There is no exact number. I don't know if you go online, you can see different places putting different spaces. Also depends on the size of the jersey. If it's a double X, you're definitely gonna have more space than if it's a small. If small jersey size small has less real estate to put on. But for example, this is I bought this from the kit bag. So this is the official printing, and I feel like the distance here is like way too far compared to the one I'm doing here. So it does kind of seem like my it seems like my number 9 for this Walkovic one is like all the way at the bottom, which I don't think it should be, especially if I paid a lot of money for this, because this was like I said, from kit bag, and this was bought like right as soon as it came out. So it cost me I paid full price for this one, which I usually don't. Anyway, all right, so I'll lay my name here. Try to make it even as possible, and I always want to have the name here, so basically like on the shoulder part. And I'm just going to use the ruler. I'll measure basically from the end of the H and end of the D to the end here, just to make sure it's in the middle. So I usually use centimeters, even though I've been in this country for what, 25 years. So it's 7.5. Still not used to the inches. So I'm gonna move this a little bit over here, and I'm looking at my 1 here, and it seems to be straight. So that's why I'm doing this beforehand, because before I used to do it just by eyeballing. So I'll put the name, and then stuff moves, and I would make a mistake. So I definitely want to avoid those mistakes, because if it's crooked and you can never fix it. Like the number 10 I put on instead of 17, I can't fix that. So either I'm going to have to sell it way below price, or maybe somebody who doesn't know it's supposed to be number 17, but I'm definitely going to put them in my listing because I don't want to screw anybody over. Anyway, so it's 6.5 now. 6, so I'm just going to move it just a little bit. It doesn't really matter. You really can't notice that. So here looks even to me. Let me bring my camera here. I don't know if I mentioned before, I'm using the Z Fold 5. It's kind of really hard to move it around. So alright, so looks straight, and I'm also going to be using these patches. These are the 2015 2016, so these were the gold ones because they won the EPL the year before. Alright, so, and like I said before, the Eden Hazard jerseys that I've been selling, I sell them better than Ronaldo for some reason, which I don't know. I mean, we all know who Ronaldo is. Hazard was a nice player, but his career towards the end didn't really wasn't all that good. But for me, I've been selling so many of his jerseys. I just sold one of these on it wasn't even all that nice. It was just the regular version, the fan version. I sold it for 146 on Mercari. So this is the adizero, the authentic version. So I'm probably gonna list this one for like 150, 160. All right, so I just used some tape, and I'm gonna hold this in place. I just put this coin here because it's heavy, so I don't want it to move. And I'll also put my ruler here, because like I said, once you press it, there's no going back. Okay, once I put these on, I usually put tape in 5 places. So put 2 at the bottom, and I'll put 2 at the top. Oops. I just want this to hold it, so like I said, I don't want it to move from here once I put it on the press. Another tip is, if you are going to buy a press and money is not an issue, I would recommend buying a bigger press. This one's a 15 by 12, and sometimes I have to press stuff more than once just because of the space. Alright, so next step is going to be for me to transfer over this jersey to the press. Okay, jersey is on. As you can see, like I said, if this was bigger, because some of the names, if they're bigger names, longer names, it's kind of sometimes has an issue. Like the one I did earlier where I messed up, this H wasn't applying all the way, so I had to do it a couple times. So that's why this is these off the edge, so it's not going to work the first time. But let's do that. So let me move this press here. Okay, I'm going to move the press. I also need to put this parchment paper. This is the household parchment paper. You can get it from anywhere, Walmart, Family Dollar, doesn't matter, cheap. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this over so it doesn't damage the name set. I'm gonna press it. So this is it. So that's why, like I said, once you do this, it's over. You can't fix it, you can't go back, you can't move it. This is it. You have one shot to do it right. Alright? And you can do this as many times as you want to. Like when I watch those videos sometimes on like Instagram, people just do it once. You can't damage this unless your heat is on way too hot. So if you put it maybe like on 3-4, on like 200 or something, then yeah, they might damage it. And what I do now is I'll take the tape off. I just don't want it to leave the glue residue on the jersey. So when I first started doing this, what I used to do is I would put this on, and then I would take the tape off. And once I do that, sometimes I would move the name set. So now what I started doing is I would just press it the first time and then take the tape off. Because then sometimes once I move it, it would move a little bit and then it would look crooked. So I'm going to press this again, and I usually do it twice. This time I have to do it 3 times just because of the letter H, and I don't have enough space on my press. So like I said, if you do have the money, I would definitely recommend getting a bigger press. So now all the tape is off. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna do it one more time. I mean, I guess I could do it the other way too, but I just prefer it this way because then I'll have to do everything separately. I'll have to do number 10, and then I'll have to do the hazard separately. So I'm gonna press that one more time, just because I had to move it. I usually do it only twice. Alright, so I'm doing that. Um, and you are supposed to let this cool at least 20 to 30 seconds, sometimes 60 seconds. So now some name sets are better than the others. For example, this Ronaldo one, the Portugal one is a pain in the ass. It never works for me, right? The first couple times I got him, it worked fine. The last three, it was such a pain in the ass. It wouldn't come off easily. A lot of patience. This Becca one definitely has to be cold. You have to let it cool for 2-3 minutes for it to come off easily. And one time it didn't. But my only basically biggest mistakes was this one that I did today. But it wasn't the name set fault, it was my fault. The only one that I had an issue was it was the 2021, the third jersey for Real Madrid. It was the pink and black one. I had a Sergio Ramos, and that one just wouldn't come off. I don't know why, it just wouldn't come off. But I was still able to sell it with the damage. Took a lot of loss. I didn't take a loss. I still made money, but I would have made more money if it wasn't messed up. But anyway, sometimes this stuff happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna bring this up here while I'm waiting for it to cool down. As you can see, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see around the black outline here, you can see how it's starting to come off. So basically all these are gonna fall off now. And I'm gonna try to bring this, maybe I can zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Alright, so now I'm gonna start taking off the, and what I like to do is, I bought this like cheap tape from Dollar Tree. It's just because, so it comes off like this. It's much easier for me to separate the name with the number, because I know when it all to be stuck like this. There you go. So now I can just focus on this. You want to start at one corner. See, this H is still not coming off. That's fine. Like I said, I'm gonna start with the D then. There you go. So one's off. See how it's coming off easily? And this H, it's not coming off because it didn't have enough room for it to heat up. But that's fine. I'm still gonna fix that. So A is coming off, and now the H. So it's just a little corner here, which I'm gonna show you right now. See the H right there, but that's not a problem at all. And now just the number 10. Alright, done. Alright, so now I'm gonna press this again. So this is what I usually do. I do 2 or 3 passes, and then once I'm done I do one more. But in this instance I'm gonna have to do a couple more, just because of the letter H. So I'm just gonna move my camera a little bit here. Okay. Press it down one more time. So you see what I did here. How I had to do them separately. So that's another thing that you need this board for, because I was able to put the one that was straight, and I was just able to put the letters underneath, and took me no time. Okay, so this is done now. So what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna take the jersey off. I'm actually gonna put it the other way. So now I'm gonna do this twice here, because I want this H to be to adhere here perfectly. So now people think like, oh, I usually get these from overseas, these name sets. People say, oh my god, you're gonna wash it one time, they're gonna fall off. That's not true at all. I wash these plenty of times. Even the recommendations are not to wash this for 48 hours. I'll wash this in within 5 minutes and they'll be fine. You're not supposed to put it in the dryer, which is like common sense stuff. But a friend of mine sold me Mbappe 22-23 third jersey from last year, which he got done at the PSG store, and the name is falling off already, which I had to like do it by myself. But it's upstairs, so this doesn't mean anything if it's done by professionally or not. But look at this, it's fixed now. But I'm gonna do it one more time just to be safe. Okay, so do this one more time, and I'm gonna have to do it one more time with the number 10, and I'll show you why. it's because of the press being too small. Okay, so that's working there. All right, so 150 Celsius, about 16-17 seconds each time for the name set. When it comes to a patch, because it is bigger, so I was going to use these for earlier. Because the patch is thicker, we have to use different setting. So I'm going to take this off. And the reason I'm going to do this one more time is because of this crease right here. That was hot. See, this will leave a crease here. So see that? So that's I'm going to press it just on the numbers now. And you can do this as many times as you want. It's not going to damage anything as long as it's not too hot. The only time it will damage is if it's too hot, and if you do it on like a black jersey, they'll definitely leave those white marks. Okay, so that's done. I got my patches ready. But yeah, so the patches are gonna be hotter. It's gonna be, I'm gonna use like 170 maybe, 165, 170 Celsius for 25 seconds, twice. Okay, that's done. So let me just show you. Okay, so I'm gonna increase this up. 25 seconds, let it warm up. It'll be up in a couple seconds here. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the patch ready for the sleeve. The jersey's all set. Okay, so now with the patch, this one's pretty easy because the Adidas has the three stripes, and really can't mess it up because you know where your midpoint is. It's right here. Let me just make sure you can see it. Maybe I can zoom in here a little bit. There you go. So this is my middle here. It's basically where the three stripes are, and here. So the patch has to sit right here. Okay, so I'll take parchment paper that I folded in three. I'm gonna put it in here. It doesn't really have to be done, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just to make sure I don't want anything to burn. Patch. So this, like I said, it's really easy. You just want it to be in the middle. You probably want the crown to be to the first Adidas stripe right here. That's it. Want to make sure it's straight. Look straight to me. Okay, same thing. Parchment paper. 25 seconds on the patch, just because it's bigger, thicker material. And also I'll show you something else. See, you gotta have a steamer. If you're gonna be doing this, you gotta have a steamer. This one's my wife's. It's just a regular steamer. I think she got it from Amazon, but it does wonders. Because this not being a big enough press is gonna leave wrinkle marks, especially here from the corners. Okay, so the patch is on. I'll do a little close up once I do it one more time. So this video is what, like 20 minutes long now? I know it does seem kind of long, but when I do this by myself and I'm like just into it and I'm going, I can get this done in like 5 minutes. But I'm not having to explain each step. Alright, so this one's almost done here. Okay. Beautiful patch. I love the gold. Alright, so same thing here. Put this in the middle. I'm sorry, inside the sleeve. Like I said, this one's super easy just because it's Adidas with the stripe thing, so it's really easy to do. Some of them, like the one that I did last night, Juventus, I had to like make sure it was in the middle, and it's kind of annoying, but way more time consuming. Okay. So while I'm doing this, like I said, this is gonna take what, 50 seconds, 25 times each. I'm gonna warm up my steamer. It takes a couple of seconds here. Okay, so first one's almost done. I probably don't even have to do the second time, but I like to be thorough and do it. And I'm kind of used to doing twice, even 3 times. Like I said, if you do it, it's not gonna damage anything. As you can see on the other ones that I did here, respect. I put some of these goat ones on the new PSG jerseys because they were missing that. I did the World Cup ones for the Mexico one. Here's another respect on this Juventus. So yeah. Okay, so this is done. I can shut off my press. So now I'm just gonna put this jersey on the hanger here. Bear with me. Okay, jersey's on a hanger. So see this right here? See the little wrinkle spots from the steamer? I mean from the press, because I had it like all folded up. So like I said, this is the adizero, so this is all screen printed. But yeah, here the patches are here. They're nice, they're not going anywhere. Straight. Look, this looks beautiful. And the name set. So let me put it far away here so you can see. Make sure everything's okay. Look at that. Beautiful. So see this right here? This is what I'm talking about. See this right here? Because you can see the square from the press. So that's what I'm going to do right now. That's going to be my last step. And watch this. So look how hot this is. You can't even put your hand, right? So I'll take this steamer. I'll put it in the jersey. Watch. I'll put it in the name set. Look, nothing's happening. It's not damaging it. And that was super hot. Look, it's leaving the steam here, but it's not damaging the name set. So people saying these don't last, that's not true. Okay, so last step is I'm just gonna get the wrinkles out. You see, you can see the water coming out. I just can't do it with one hand. But yeah, that's gonna make the last of the video here. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer. There's deals out there, guys. Poshmark, Mercari, eBay. You just gotta look often. I look for Juventus, PSG, Real Madrid, Chelsea. That's basically what I look for. Portugal. I look for those every single day, probably 3-4 times a day. So once one of the new ones pops up with a good price, I buy it. But yeah, Hazard, Ronaldo are my best sellers. And yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I'll do my best to answer. Thank you so much for watching this.